Is this thing on?
Alright. What do you think of it?
Now, I thought it was a bit unfocused, but I also did like a few of the songs.
Yeah.
I thought Bath Salts with Nas and Jay-Z.
I did really like that.
Nas just went off.
Yeah.
Nas just legitimately was ridiculous. I'm going to actually get up the lyrics.
He has one of my favourite lyrics out of the whole project. The hate starts with a hate because the H comes right after a G. They won't say it to my face. They say it after I leave.
Yeah. That is hard. And I like the and I really liked, I think DMX says it in this song where he's like, you got enough holes in you to fall over.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like that is hard. Yeah. I just thought that, and I did like the no ring but she slide through when I ring with by Nas as well.
Yeah.
And we are not the same, I am an alien, hovering over your city, shutting down all your stadiums, wiping everything out in my radius.
Yeah.
And I did like, is this the song where he talks about, no, it must be on the opening track where he's like, I'm not playing with you because I got children your age.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was hard. Like, he's just like, nah. That's like...
Not even worth my time.
That's like kid stuff right there. Like, we're not even the same right now, so... Swizz Beats, he can make a beat, can't he?
Yeah.
Like, he's got... Like, I don't know if he worked with DMX... Well, he obviously did when he was alive before, but I don't know if this album was worked on, like, for the beats, while DMX was alive. Either way, if it was, they obviously collabed really well together. And if it wasn't, then the way to match this up was so good. And Bath Salts is, like, the New York iconic. Like, three of the biggest, like, people from New York ever in rap right there. And it's ridiculous. Have you seen the Jay-Z interview with LeBron James? I forget what it's called. But, yeah, he talks about, like, he was at, like, this show and DMX was there. So Jay-Z and DMX. And DMX... Like, he wasn't even out on stage yet. And they were like, oh, like, he's going on. And he's, like, getting, like, really hype in the backstage area. And then he's just like, oh. And then just the crowd just, like, erupts and just, like, goes off. And he hasn't even come out yet. And then he comes out and then he does his thing. And it's like, Jay-Z's like, this is, like, the best concert I've ever seen. Like, nothing has come close to this. And then at the end, he, like, the whole crowd is, like, crying.
Oh, wow.
And he's just, like, and Jay-Z's just like, this is like the most surreal experience ever. And he said that, like, when I saw that, I had to, like, become better.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can't even match that at the moment.
That's
which
insane.
I thought was cool.
Yeah. It did have some really hard lines throughout it as well.
Throughout the whole, yeah.
I've got Jadakiss with, you see we playing with bullets, y'all playing with blades. No handguns, we all playing with Ks.
Yeah, and then he's like, and he come through with the grenades or something like that after. Yeah. I thought that was good. I think my personal favourite song was either Bath Salts or Call Your Father.
Yes.
Letter to My Son. That I wish Usher had one more of the chorus because he only does it twice, but I mean, that Usher just...
He, like, didn't overstep at all.
And it sounds so... perfect. The violin.
Oh, honestly, when the violin came in,
and he's like,
holy fuck.
Yeah.
Let
you down.
Yeah.
I know.
And he
I
was
let
so
you
like
down.
He just came in, did what he needed to do respectfully.
Yeah.
And then left.
And then
like that's it.
And then DMX talks about like all his children and how he this is the letter to his eldest son.
Yeah.
But he says that Xavier, and then he says that I love all of you equally. And he says that he loves him. He's loved him for the longest. Yeah, which is why the letter is to him, because he's obviously the eldest.
I liked the when you're a kid you play with toys, okay, but you're a man, put them toys away.
Yeah.
And like don't get involved with violence and and then the line about drugs as well. Like you've seen the path that I've taken with drugs. Yeah. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, that song was legitimately good. I thought Prayer was a good way to end it. Yeah. That's like a classic DMX. He used to end his shows with the prayer. That's when people were crying at like what Jay-Z was talking about. And I thought that was just a great way. I think ultimately, I know this album hasn't got the greatest reviews sort of around with more, like I know Pitchfork gave it a pretty lowly review. But I think this was a good way to sort of end the career.
I sort of agree. Yeah.
I think the last few tracks were good, and I think that it was sort of like that's the end of the chapter, and now we're done.
And
like
we can close the book.
He went through, like, let's not pretend that he was like
a good
person.
Human. Yeah,
exactly. Like he went to prison multiple times. He abused hundreds of animals.
Yeah.
Obviously had some things to say about some certain people.
And I mean, the effect that he's left on his older son as well is monumental.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think talent-wise, musically, if we separate the two sort of people, I think he was as influential as some of the greatest artists ever. And I think that this puts that to bed.
Yeah.
And obviously this album had a lot of features, like most posthumous albums have.
Yeah, to try and flesh it out a bit.
To sort of beef it up.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them actually worked.
Oh, definitely.
I didn't like Lil Wayne.
I thought he was a bit iffy. I really liked... I've got one quote from him. I DM'd DMX and they said they'd never X'd the dog out.
I did like that.
That was
line.
pretty classy.
At first I heard it, not the whole verse or the whole song, and I was like, oh, Lil Wayne's pretty bad here. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, oh, it's coming around on me, and it's listenable.
Yeah, but I don't think he mixes well with like
especially
the Griselda men and like Jay-Z and stuff.
Especially straight after the Jay-Z and Nas. Like,
yeah, you could tell he's definitely the weaker. Of them all. I didn't like Snoop Dogg at all.
No, I don't like Snoop Dogg in general. I've made that
like
quite obviously clear. Nah, it's still maybe not. What's the one with Moneybagg Yo? Money, money, money.
Yeah.
Bitches, bitches, bitches.
I did like that one.
Yeah.
I really liked Hood Blues as well.
That one is like that one has become really popular on I've seen like around
like around the community.
Like YouTube and stuff like got a lot of views and stuff like that. Yeah. I do enjoy it, but it's like I said, Letter to My Son and Bath Salts is my two favorites. So I'd probably put that third or fourth, maybe. That's personally. Fair.
What about Walking in the Rain? That was another sort of underrated one.
Yeah,
I thought Denorn singing on it.
Yes, I thought that was underrated.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Not that. That's sort of the opposite of Hood Blues, where it's not talked about as much. I think the sentimental tracks on this
are way better
because it's like we know what's happened.
Yeah,
there was an extremely traumatic sort of end. Like he didn't really get an end.
Yeah.
To his, like he just like went into a coma, and then that was it. Like there was no like I'm sick or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
like he wasn't aware of any of it.
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad, and that's where songs like Letter to My Son, like he clearly obviously wanted to do something.
Yeah, those were his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that this album will become better with time. I think they need to let it age, and I think maybe take some songs out. Like I think some songs can be sort of taken out, but I think
it could be like 2 EPs.
Yeah,
that would make it a lot better.
Yeah. But I mean, for me personally, it's something that I will go back to a few particular songs. I won't go back to the whole album. But Letter to My Son is genuinely potentially up there for Song of the Year so far.
Okay.
I think it's that good. Like I don't know. I just love the Usher's voice and the message and a very emotional song.
It is.
But yeah.
It came across, I don't think it's going to be like Song of the Year for me just because it came across a little bit too boomer.
Right.
For my liking. Like, I've got one here, what I'm saying is stop thinking like a child, because what if it's when I'm gone that you realise you're wrong? We could have been the best of friends all along.
Yeah.
Like, I think DMX had to realise that he was in the wrong as well.
Yeah.
Like, they've both done wrong things towards each other, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it sounded like it came from like a place of, I'm old so I need respect.
Yeah.
And that's a very old school view.
And it probably just was like really what he thought.
Yeah.
I think, and he was but yeah, he probably did think like that. I don't think he would be someone that you could tell. Oh, like, no. You'd be like, no, I think you're a bit wrong here. Yeah. I don't think he would really take too kindly to that. So, yeah.
And you're a man looking through the eyes of a woman because his mum raised him.
Yeah.
I thought that's a little bit boomer as well.
Yeah.
So that kind of tainted the song a little bit
Yeah,
for me.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And just the whole, like I do like the whole dog thing. Like, with my dogs, with the growling and the barking.
I don't know how he's made a whole career out of it.
Yeah, I don't know either. And
how
like,
could
the
you
cats, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
I like that, but that's still a bit boomer as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's his thing.
Yeah,
so,
definitely is.
I think, yeah.
But yeah, the hard songs did a good job of being hard. They sounded nice.
Yeah.
The more sentimental songs did a good job of tugging on your heartstrings and relaying a message.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 2 separate EPs would have made it sound a lot better.
I can see that.
But how many like new verses were there?
I don't know.
I think there are only a few.
Yeah.
They reused a lot.
Yeah, they did reuse a few, but that's why because when they do that, you can obviously pick like the best ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why I think a lot of people are sort of downplaying it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still like it's been remixed, got new features and stuff like that. So it does feel new.
Yeah, it does.
And like if you hadn't listened to DMX extensively or just
you probably wouldn't pick up on it.
Yeah, you wouldn't pick up on it or hadn't heard like, oh, he's used this before or that before.
Yeah. But that, to me, that's something that record labels need to stop doing.
Yeah.
Because there was not a 40-minute album.
Yeah.
With the verses he had recorded.
Yeah.
So why make one?
Yeah, I think it's just a last thing. I think DMX did actually have planned to release an album.
Yeah.
And obviously he wanted to probably do more.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I guess to fulfill his final
wish. I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about all I've got to say about it.
Yep, I think that's it for me too. What is your final score?
I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought it was a little bit better. I think some of the songs saved me.
Yeah.
I think Bath Salts and Call Your Father and Hood Blues and I'd probably say That's My Dog. Or is that what it's called? Yeah, That's My Dog.
I think so, yeah.
That's My Dog there.
No, that was a little bit too repetitive for my liking.
Nah,
it went hard and it got me hyped up.
Yeah. I like Jake Kiss.
Yeah. That the start of the album started out really strong.
Yes.
And I think the sort of the shift to the more sentimental stuff was a little bit janky.
Fair play.
So yeah, well done to Swizz Beatz. He seemed to have a really big input all throughout the album.
Yep.
And yeah, I think how you said it before, it's ended the era quite well.
Yeah,
it's rounded it off nicely.
Done. It's done. You'll be missed, Darkman X.
Yeah. All right. Well, be sure to tune in tomorrow because do you have another album review?
Yeah.
Beautiful. We'll see you then. That's a wrap.